Hi guys, it's Mandy and I'm here with answers to the top 10 questions that I get about teaching with a VIP kid. I've had a couple posts on my Facebook page talking about how much I like it. I'm here in my classroom upstairs in my office in the guest bedroom. And so many of you guys have asked for more information, and I pretty much just say the same thing over and over again. So I figured that I would make a video answering the top 10 questions. That way it just reaches more people. And then if you still have more questions, feel free to message me. I'd love to talk with you. And I'll also include my referral link in the bottom of this video. You can click on it and it takes you directly to the VIP Kid page. And you click on that link and it also brings up the FAQs. So if you have even more questions, you can like scroll through that. But then if you're interested, you could just go ahead and apply. And then I get a little bit of a kickback, which is really nice. And then once you become a teacher, you can continue the process and refer this to your friends, and then you can also give them your referral link. So it's really awesome. But anyway, so let's get on to the top 10 questions. Number 1. First of all, everyone, before they even know what's required, they say, how much do I get paid? So let me go ahead and answer that. It depends. They have a base starting salary based on a half-hour class. Each class is a half-hour block. And I think the minimum is $7 for a half hour and the most is $9. And it depends on your level of experience and your degree. I am at the $8.50 range because I have a bachelor's degree and I had 13 years of teaching experience. So I think if I had a master's degree, it might have bumped me up to the $9 an hour. But I'm right there at the 8.50 marker for the half-hour block. Then you also automatically get bonuses. So you get a $1 bonus for every single class that you finish in a month above, I think it's 30 classes, and you get a $1 bonus for every class that you show up for, so you don't cancel or anything. So it's kind of bizarre the way they do it, and you can read more in the FAQs, but it works out to, for me, I get $19 an hour because I always get that $1 finish bonus for each class, $1 attendance, and then 8.50 for half an hour, 8.50 half an hour. So it comes out to $19 an hour is basically what I'm getting. So that answers your question. Number 2, what is the requirement to teach for VIP Kid? You need a bachelor's degree. Bachelor's degree in education is preferred, but pretty much if you have a bachelor's degree, they will take you, and teaching experience is preferred. I like to refer this to all of my teaching friends just because we're all on the same page. We've been in the classroom before. We know what we're doing. We're familiar with how we teach language and English. We are familiar with classroom management. So all of those things that are kind of innate with how we have run our classroom in years past translates into working one-on-one with kids. So that is really going to help you out. However, if you have never done that before, that doesn't mean that you can't learn. It just might mean that you have to practice a little bit more. Not to say that I don't wing it. I definitely prepare for my lessons, but I also have 13 plus years experience. So my level of preparation does not look the same as what a person who's only been teaching for a year looks like. Which that's a little nice cushion that I get to have. Finally, I get to rest on my laurels just a little bit. Just a little bit. But really all you need is a bachelor's degree and teaching experience. You also need to have the internet. So you can teach wherever. You don't have to be in America to teach. So Amanda, you had messaged me. This is good for you. You can teach wherever you are. If you are a person that travels a lot, there are teachers that are always on the road and they teach from hotel rooms. Wherever you have an internet connection, you can teach your class. You just need to have a webcam, one that comes with your laptop, or a little, the little webcams that you can pop up here. And you also need a headset with a microphone. I got mine here from Walmart for like 20 bucks. You can definitely get higher quality ones for like $40. I got mine middle of the range, and so far it's worked fine. I would not recommend anything cheaper than $20 because you want to have good equipment to be able to hear your kids. And if you ever have problems with equipment on your end, you will not get paid for that class because they credit that as a fault of your own. You need to be having equipment that is working. That is part of your contract. So I would invest in at least middle of the road or higher equipment. So, note to self. But like I said, 20 bucks. So that's what you need. I'm gonna put these back up here. The other thing that I recommend is just good lighting wherever you are. I have 2 office lamps that were just here in the house, and I just put one on each side of my face. That way there's no shadows when I'm teaching, and it's easier for the kids to see, especially because when we get to question number 3, when do I teach? Dun, 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 dun. It's early in the morning, which means it's dark outside. And you're gonna need some light bulbs shining on your face so the kids can see. So, what is the minimum requirement to teach? You have to have 15 time slots, 15 half-hour time slots, which means 7.5 hours a week. I teach 3 little time slots Monday through Friday. But they have to be in the peak hours that they give you for Beijing time. I'm in the Eastern time zone, so depending on where you live, think about it, it's going to be a little bit different. So this is where you guys are going to need to go into the FAQ and do the time zone math. It'll tell you, or Google it, because to this day, I'm still like, wait, what time? What am I doing? In the Eastern time zone, Beijing is 12 hours ahead of us. But now we're on daylight savings, so now there's an extra hour involved. So it really messed me up. And it sure did mess up my babies, and that was not fun. Because I thought I had a system, and then it didn't work for like a week, which was not good. But, so I teach from 6 to 6:30 is one slot, 6:30 to 7 is another slot, 7 to 7:30 is another slot, and then I'm done. Because my 5-month-old wakes up at 7:30 and needs to be fed. I could go on all the way until 9 a.m. Eastern time. The Beijing peak time slots are from Monday through Friday, starting all the way at 5 in the morning, all the way until 9 a.m. Eastern time. So you are free to get your little butt up early at 5 a.m. if you want to, and teach all the way from 5 to 9 a.m. if you want to. I don't want to do that. I just want to teach 6 to 6:30, 6:30 to 7, 7 to 7:30, and then I'm done. Okay? I'm teaching just minimum. When my babies get older, I might want to sneak in another kid from like 7:30 to 8 just to make a little bit more money. But for now, I don't do that. I just kind of stop right there at the 3. Also, on Friday night, you can start from 8 p.m. and go all the way to 11:30 p.m. So, I know, you're like, that's my Friday night. But who are we kidding? If we need money, we got to hustle. And sometimes you got to give up your Friday night. And if that's when you need to get your time slots in, then you can work from 8 p.m. to 11:30 p.m. and get your time slots in. That also is now Saturday. Get this. According to their website, Saturday morning peak Beijing time starts at 12 a.m. Who is going to get up that early? I have no idea. And it goes all the way 12 a.m. to 8:30 a.m. And then it flips again, and then Saturday night, 8 p.m. to 11:30 p.m. And then Sunday morning, 12 a.m. to 8:30 a.m. And then it's done. Now, let me tell you, just because this is the peak time slot. If I could flip my camera around and let you see, this is my schedule. Everything in yellow is the peak time areas that you can get booked. The green is the schedule of when I have classes that I say are available, and those are ones that are booked. So those are kids that have already booked my schedule, my 15 that I say I'm available, and boom, they're already booked and I'm done and I'm good to go. Now, just because you have your slots open does not necessarily mean that you're going to get paid for those. You only get paid when you get kids that sign up and you actually teach them, okay? So you might say, heck yeah, I'm going to wake up at 3 in the morning and teach. Well, if nobody signs up for that class, you're not getting paid for that class, okay? So you have to be kind of aware of that. I have a lot of success of teaching what they call the peak hours are that 7 a.m. Beijing, no, 7 p.m. Beijing time. So that's 7 a.m. our time. Anyway, that time slot, the 6 to 8, 8:30 range in the mornings, that's golden. So that's why I say stay-at-home moms, if you can teach that time, that you will always be booked, always. They can't get enough teachers. They have 5,000 teachers already and they need more. I'm telling you, this is the biggest thing in China right now. The biggest. They need so many teachers because Kobe Bryant is an investor. The lady, I forget her name right now, but the woman who started VIP Kid Company, she's on like the Forbes 500. They just interviewed her for MSNBC People of the Year, no, not People of the Year, but something humongous. Now I'm getting all my facts wrong and they're going to like fuss at me. Super important. She's amazing. It's amazing. Google it. So awesome, which is why I'm making this video, because we need people. So you will always be booked if you have those peak times. I'm rambling. I'm trying to go on my notes. Okay, so that's when you're booked. Okay, how long are the classes? Question number 4. Your classes are minimum 25 minutes to 28 minutes. Sometimes you're going to have kids that fly through that lesson and you look at the clock and you have like 4 more minutes to go and you're like, oh crap.